Hey, this is a video series where I'm talking through a automated sales pipeline I produced for the journalist company. And in particular, I'm going to give a little bit more detail about how you can enrich your CRM lead gen database by scraping information from LinkedIn. Um, all of your databases might look different in your CRM, but what I've done is minimize all the manual steps you need to do to get a really rich data on a particular lead. So it would look something like this, where you're going to have the name, job title, email, phone number, follow account, and all the other information that you'd have on a typical LinkedIn profile. And you can also get all of the information you could get from the company on the LinkedIn. So you can get literally everything: the mission, the funding, when they've got funded, if they've put that on LinkedIn, summary about the URL. Sometimes you can get the website if they put it on there, industry, company size, year founded. Literally, so much information is on LinkedIn, and you can scrape it all in a very cheap and a very efficient automated fashion. So what I've produced is a sort of mock CRM, and it looks very similar to what we actually have here. I'm not going to go through that because there's some sensitive information in it. So go back to the mock one. Basically the same, but in the mock one, all you need to do is add a LinkedIn profile URL and maybe add some supplement information. Maybe it's an email, maybe it's a phone number, and then the process will go through and populate the information that I just showed you on the output. And the way that happens is through Zapier. So I've just jumped over to Zapier. If there's a new record in an Airtable, then we go through and update some bits of information in it. But the key step is we run a Casti workflow. Now I'm going to go over to Casti. And if you go on to workflows, this is a great way to scrape all kinds of information. So I'm just going to go on to my LinkedIn right now, and I'm going to show you what you can get. This is just a manual way to do it. I'm going to hit run workflow, and then within a few seconds, you get all the profile information. So here we go, run it. You have tons of information: where I've studied, where I work, name, headline, etc., etc., etc. So tons of information you can just scrape like that for very, very cheap. And then the next step is to extract some of that information. So I have this little Python step where it parses this JSON. So you see this output here is in this kind of funny format. It's not very human readable. This is called a JSON file. And I've just written a bit of Python in Zapier to extract that into and to pass it into Zapier. So you can drag and drop the information. You can copy this code, or you can just get ChatGPT to write it. It's very basic Python. Then we are running another Casti workflow. I won't run this time, which is going through a company scrape. You just put your company URL in this one. You click out run workflow, and you'll get a similar JSON output that can also be fed back into Zapier. So again, we run the same Python code to pass the information. And then we have two steps which populates this information within our Airtable CRM. And that would look like this, as I showed before: phone number, whatever you want to have in here, job title, follow account, about, and also the information with regards to the company. So the input is simply a LinkedIn profile URL, maybe some supplementary information if you want that. And the output is a very rich piece of information on this given lead. And it's super simple to make.